Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, guys? How are y'all doing? My name is Jason Joseph. As always, this is Play by Play with JJ, where we cover almost every single Phillies game. I give you this content for free, so make sure that you make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon as well. We've been going at this for 5 months strong. We do Sixers basketball, Phillies games. We do Patriots football and Flyers hockey, man. Yes. So it has been quite a season so far for the Phillies, to say the least. And last night they got shut out. Ranger Suarez pitched really well, and that was the only bright spot for the Phillies. They didn't even make it to second base last night. That's how awful the offense was. And they only got 2 hits. One was a pinch hit by Josh Harrison, and that was pretty much it. Like, just a couple of soft hits, and Kodai Senga just shut them out. And there was not a whole lot of effort offensively last night. And even though Bryce Harper was going to be out, you kind of wondered what they were going to be able to do last night in his absence. And they just didn't put up enough fight. That's really like what it comes down to. They didn't put up enough fight. And tonight, they got to wake up. And this is a team that you faced last year. You were 4-12 against them last year. And you have to be better. This is your biggest rival in sports. And you got to do a lot better. And hopefully they do. Hopefully they come out on top today. I was okay with them losing last night's game. But now they got to win the series. I was happy that Ranger pitched really well. That was a very good sign for things to come. If I'm being a little bit nitpicky, though, he didn't really get a whole lot of strikeouts, and I know that he's not a strikeout pitcher, but the Mets offense really has been struggling lately. So I kind of wonder how much blame you also put on the Mets offense in that game as well. But yes. It was definitely not a good performance for the Bats whatsoever. And hopefully tonight they can come out strong, okay? They're facing Carlos Carrasco, who in his first 4 starts, he was 0-2. He went 18 2/3 of an inning at an 8.60 DRA. And he pitched really well in his last start against Chicago, against the Cubs. He went 6 2/3 of an inning at a 1.35 ERA. 4 strikeouts, only 2 walks allowed. The Bats are going to have to do a good job against him. And Aaron Nola is going to be on the mound for the Phillies. We'll get to him in just a little bit. But you look at the lineup tonight for the Phillies. Okay, Bryson Stott leading things off. Trey Turner batting second. Bryce Harper hitting third. And the Castellanos fourth. Schwarber batting behind him, batting fifth. JT Realmuto hitting sixth. Brandon Marsh hitting seventh. Cody Clemens eighth. And Edmundo Sosa ninth. It's interesting because Alec Boehm does have the day off. But I'm curious to see how this lineup does against Carlos Carrasco. And if they can try to just get to him early. Because I think that's going to be a really big key thing. How will the offense do against Carlos Carrasco early on in the ballgame? Can they try to get to him and have more plate discipline? I'm just putting that out there. I don't know. But I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. I want to see who's in the chat here. We got Larry. What's up, Larry? $5. What's up? What is good? How we all doing? Ranger was on the mound of solitude last night. No backup. None. He didn't have any backup last night. And, look, I do a good job of, trying to keep my emotions together, especially, while I'm calling a game. But the fan in me was not really happy. Seriously. With how lackadaisical the offense did look. Who could be satisfied with that? This team right here kicked your butt last year. They just did. And that is how you start off the series against them? It's inexcusable. It really is. But anyhow, in the dugout of solitude. Yep, having drinks on the injury excuse bar. That's funny. All right, let's get to the starting lineups. First of all, before we actually do that, I want to make sure that you guys subscribe, get all that jazz done right now, all the housekeeping stuff, get that stuff out of the way. Bryson Stott leading things off again. Actually, we'll get to that in just a few moments. Carlos Carrasco's on the bump. In 5 starts this season, he's went 25 and a third of an inning. He is a 6.75 ERA, 15 strikeouts, and 12 walks. Bryson Stott will be leading things off. He's over at second base. Trey Turner hitting second. Bryce Harper hitting third. He's the designated hitter. Nick Castellanos is out in right field, batting fourth. Hitting fifth will be Kyle Schwarber out in left field. JT Realmuto will hit sixth. He's behind the plate. Brandon Marsh is hitting seventh out in center field. And the 1-0 is outside and low for ball 2, so we are just underway at Citi Field. Brandon Marsh hitting seventh. He's out in center. Cody Clemens hitting eighth over at first base, and Mundo Sosa is the 9-hole hitter over at third base. The 2-0. That's a four-seam fastball that's on the outside corner for a called strike. Got to turn the fan up a little bit here. So Stott is hitting 287 on the season, and he's ahead in the count 2-1. The pitch, fly ball out to shallow left field. It's not too deep, and on the run is Mark Hanna, and he'll make the catch for the first out. So there's one gone. As far as the defensive lineup goes tonight for the New York Mets, they have over behind the plate is Tomas Nido. And on the bump is Carlos Carrasco. Over at first base is Pete Alonso. The second baseman is Jeff McNeil. And the third baseman will be Brett Beatty. And the shortstop is Francisco Lindor. First pitch to Trey Turner is inside for a ball. Nobody on, 1 out. In the top of the first, the 1-0. Outside and low for ball 2. Out in left field is Mark Hanna. He's the left fielder. The center fielder is Brandon Nimmo. And Starling Marte is the right fielder. And the DH will be Daniel Vogelbach. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch, ground ball. That's chopped foul down the third base line. The good news about Trey is that lifetime against Carlos Carrasco, he's actually 6 for 8 against him. So if there's something that you want to latch onto as a positive sign, there's one right there. 2-1. Popped up, foul behind the plate, and that'll make the count 2-2. We need some wins. I say let's go Phillies, but let's step it up. Let's go Phillies. Oh, I like that. Okay. So Carlos Carrasco's on the bump for the Mets. He's facing Aaron Nola. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. 1 out. And the pitch, it's down low and outside for ball 3. It was a slider at 86 miles per hour. Bryce Harper waits on deck for the Phils. 1 out, nobody on. Bryson Stott flew out to left field. The ball was caught by Mark Hanna. Big payoff pitch coming right up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball over to shortstop. Fielded on a hop by Lindor. The throw over to first was a little bit off the line, but Pete Alonso is able to keep his foot on the bag, and it's in plenty of time to get Trey Turner out. And Turner really hasn't been walking a whole bunch this season, and just didn't get such a good grip of the baseball that time. 2 gone, and Bryce Harper comes up to the dish. He's wearing his white and blue batting gloves, and he lines that one right down the middle past the second base umpire, Edwin Jimenez, out in the center field for a base hit. That ball was a rocket hit right towards Edwin Jimenez over at second base, and he had to dodge out of the way of that one. Look out below. It's kind of like playing dodgeball to just like not let the ball hit you. And he gets on with the 2-out single, and that'll bring up Nick Castellanos, who is now batting just a little bit underneath 300. And Carrasco throws the first pitch up high and just a little bit inside for a ball. Nick Castellanos, well, he's 15 for 54 with runners in scoring position. Even though nobody's in scoring position. But I meant to say that he's 12 for 19, or 12 for 49 lifetime versus Carlos Carrasco. He's struck out 15 times, and he's only had 3 walks. Lost track of my notes for a second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harper's not even in scoring position yet. The kick and the pitch. Down and low and outside. Let's go Phillies. What's up, Wiz? Thanks for coming on here, dude. There's Buck Showalter, the manager of the New York Mets. He's been around the League of Baseball for quite a long time. Castellanos hits a rocket, but it's foul. Down the third base line, and the count is 2-2. Castellanos came over to Philadelphia last season. Played for the Cincinnati Reds before that. Was drafted by the Tigers and got traded to the Cubs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the inside corner called strike 3. It was a changeup at 87 miles per hour. And that'll do it. No runs. 1 man left. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. Mets coming up to bat. Phillies, nothing. A backwards K. All right. Let's go, Phils. Thanks for broadcasting that. Of course, dude. Of course, man. What's up, Wiz? I'm doing pretty well, man. How are you? How are you, my guy? I hope all is well. All right, so I made a mistake last time, and we're not going to make that mistake again. So the lineup for the New York Mets, let's get to that really quickly. Brandon Nimmo's out in center field. He'll be leading things off. The second hitter is Francisco Lindor. The switch hitter over at shortstop, Jeff McNeil hitting third. Over at second base, the first baseman who's batting cleanup is none other than Pete Alonso. Brett Beatty's the third baseman for tonight's game, playing for Eduardo Escobar, who has the night off. Starlin Marte's out in right field. He's hitting 6th. Daniel Vogelbach is the designated hitter for tonight's game for the Mets. Batting 7th, Mark Canha is the 8-hole hitter out in left field. And rounding things up in batting 9th is Tomas Nido, who is behind the plate playing for Francisco Alvarez. So once again, it's Nimmo, Lindor, McNeil, Alonso, Beatty, Marte, Vogelbach, Canha, and Nido. And on the bump for the Phils is Aaron Nola. And Nola did not have his sharpest stuff his last time that he was out there. But hopefully they can try to get a really good outing out of him. You know, this is a guy who has been pretty inconsistent throughout the entire season. But overall, he's pitched in 68 2/3 of an inning. He's allowed 35 earned runs, 11 home runs. He does have 60 strikeouts, and he's allowed 62 hits. So it'll be interesting to see how he does on the bump. The 29-year-old from LSU, he had 7 strikeouts and gave up 5 earned runs in 6 innings of work against the Braves. But the outing before that against the Cubs, he was phenomenal. He went 7 innings, he allowed 2 earned runs, he had 10 strikeouts, 1 home run allowed, and 1 walk. He has a 4-3 record on the season. This will be his 12th start. And hopefully he can try to get the ERA down just a little bit. But he will face Nimmo, Lindor, and McNeil to start things off in the bottom of the first. Phillies were only able to get 1 hit in the top of the first, and that was on a 2-out single by Bryce Harper. First pitch, taken right down the middle, right at the knees for a called strike. Nimmo hitting .300 this season. The ball is 1 strike, the kick, and the pitch. Down below the knees for a ball. As far as the Phillies' defensive lineup goes, behind the plate is JT Realmuto. On the bump is Aaron Nola. First baseman will be Cody Clemens. The second baseman is Bryson Stott. Third base is Edmundo Sosa. And over at shortstop is Trey Turner. The 1-1. Inside again for ball 2. Then out in left field, it will be Kyle Schwarber. The center fielder is Brandon Marsh. And the right fielder is Nick Castellanos. And, of course, the DH is Bryce Harper. 2-1 pitch. Skied out to shallow left field in foul territory. Sosa on the run. He makes the catch. And there's 1 retired. Nimmo pops out over to the third base side. It's hit out to shallow left field. Here's Francisco Lindor, who homered in last night's game and put the Mets on the board, 1-0 at the time. It was in the bottom of the 4th inning. He hit a home run from the right side of the plate, and now he's batting from the left side. He's hitting .227 on the season. He has 10 home runs. The power's been there, but the average has not. First pitch, up high and outside for a ball. Lindor's home run came off of Ranger Suarez, who pitched a really good game yesterday for the Phillies. He went 7 strong innings. He only allowed 2 earned runs, really 1, and then another run was given up by Connor Brogdon. But the runner who was on base was his responsibility. The 1-0 pitch, a curveball that's taken right at the knees for a called strike. And the count is even at 1-1. Nola gets the signs, kicks, and fires the pitch. Up high and inside. That makes the count 2-1. So the Mets coming into today, they're 28-27. They have a 13-9 record at home. Nola with 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch. Popped up towards the infield. JT Realmuto calls off everybody. And he makes the catch right in front of home plate for the second out. That thing was a mile high. Nola in his last 7 starts versus the Mets, he's 1-4. He has a .97 whip, a 3.12 ERA. And in his 40 1/3 of an inning of work, he's only allowed 8 walks and he has 59 strikeouts. He's only allowed 1 earned run or fewer in 4 of his last 7 starts versus the Mets. So 2 pop outs, and here's Jeff McNeil, who pops this one up out to shallow left field. Sosa backs up, calls off Turner, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. 3 pop outs, and we go to the top of the 2nd inning. A 1-2-3 bottom of the 1st, thrown by Aaron Nola. And the Phillies coming back up to bat as we are still scoreless at Citi Field. And I got to update the scoreboard. What am I doing? What on earth is going on, JJ? Okay, good. So if you guys are brand new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Flip Up Play with JJ. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon. We come on here for almost every single Phillies game. And, so make sure that you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell icon as well. Also, you can make sure that you can also follow me on all the social media platforms that are out there. The link to that is actually pinned at the very top of this channel on my LINKTREE. So you can definitely be sure to go follow all the socials. What about my scorecard? Oh, I have it right here. There it is. There we go. I got my scorecard. Everything is all penciled and penned in and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, it's a big one. But I like it big. A lot of day games today. Yes, lots of day games today. You had, the games that are going on now, you have the Padres and the Marlins, the Brewers and the Blue Jays, the Reds and the Red Sox. But yeah, you got the Tigers. They played earlier today, and they what did they beat the Rangers? Did they actually end up? Yeah, they did. They won 3-2. Angels beat the White Sox 12-5. Guardians actually won against the Orioles by a score of 12-8. And the Braves and the Athletics played today. Braves won 4-2. The Rays beat the Cubs 4-3. The Giants lost to the Pirates 9-4. And the Dodgers actually lost to the Nationals 10-6. The Nationals hit 5 home runs in that game. Wow, that's crazy. All right, Kyle Schwarber comes up, and he'll lead things off in the top of the 2nd inning, and the first pitch he sees is taken for a called strike. Schwarber hitting 166 this season, and he has 13 home runs, which does lead the team, and 27 RBI. The 0-1 pitch, a rocket hit out to left field, but it is marked foul. Please make sure that you go subscribe to Rising Rhino's channel. Ryzen Rhino has been a very big supporter of this channel, and make sure that you go subscribe. Ryzen Rhino, you can also put your link down below. And Gabe, you can do that as well, for sure, as always. No balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. Phillies only had 1 hit, and that was in the 1 hit in the first inning, and that was on a 2-out single by Bryce Harper. Carrasco on the bump. The 0-2 pitch to Schwarber is laid off. It was a changeup at 89 miles per hour. What's up, dude? I haven't seen you forever, man. Thanks for coming on here. Schwarber in the month of May is hitting 119. He has 7 home runs and 15 RBI. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball. Little chopper over to first base. Alonso says he has it, and he wins the race to the bag. And there's 1 gone in the top of the second inning. It's good football. Appreciate you for coming on here. It really has been a while. It has. JT will step up to the plate for the Phils now. Carrasco has thrown 21 pitches. And JT has a .263 batting average, a .314 OBP. 3 homers and 17 RBI on the season. First pitch to JT is taken right inside and just a little bit low for a ball. Pretty big crowd at Citi Field tonight. It's 68 degrees. 1-0 pitch. Fouled back. Well, the crew chief for tonight's game, we have Chris Guccione, who's the home plate umpire. Trip Gibson's over at first base. Edwin Jimenez is the second base umpire. And the third base umpire is Edwin Moscasco, who was behind the plate in last night's game. 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. On deck for the Phils is Brandon Marsh. 2 balls, 1 strike. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch. Down low and outside for another ball. JT in last night's game. He struck out. Popped out over the second base. Then he walked in the 8th inning, but he got caught stealing. 3-1. Swing and a miss. There was a whole lot of controversy after the game as to whether or not he should have even ran when he got caught. I still think he should have stayed. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch, swing and a miss on a changeup that was in the dirt, and JT chases after it, and there's 1 gone. Just chasing a lot of pitches. Got to be a little bit more selective. There's 2 outs. That'll bring up Brandon Marsh. And he'll take the first pitch outside. It was a 93-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. Marsh hitting .268 on the season. He's homered 5 times and has 22 RBI. The 1-0 inside for ball 2. Kodai Senga was on the bump last night for the Mets. He went 7 strong innings and he had 10 strikeouts. 2-0 pitch. Line drive out to left center field. That's going to split the gap and go all the way towards the Verizon sign out in center field. And Marsh gets on with a 2-out double as the throw gets cut off by Francisco Lindor. Good piece of hitting by Brandon Marsh on a fastball that was right down the middle. So that puts a runner in scoring position with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. What's my favorite sport? Oh, man, Austin. It's tough. I think that my favorite, I guess I have to say it's baseball. I have to. First pitch to Cody Clemens. He comes up and he swings and misses at the first pitch for a called strike. I'd have to say baseball because it's my first love. That's like what I grew up watching. I really like football a lot. I'd have to say that that's my second. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball out to left field. It's not too deep. And Canna is there, tracks it down, and makes the catch for the third and final out. No runs, one man left. It was Brandon Marsh in scoring position. And we go to the bottom of the second inning as we are scoreless at Citi Field. Okay, so Clemens flew out to left. And Sosa leads things off when the Phillies come back up. All right, so my favorite player. Oh, man. This is tough. My favorite all-time player for baseball that I saw. My favorite player that I watched growing up was Ryan Howard. My favorite player now, maybe I'm being a little bit biased, but I love Bryce Harper. I really like Shohei Ohtani, but I guess I'd have to say Bryce Harper now. Who's my favorite all-time baseball player? I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. It's tough, man. It's really tough. I loved Roy Halladay. Watched him a lot. I used to be a diehard fan of Chase Utley. Ken Griffey Jr. is a really good one. That's for damn sure. My favorite athlete of all time, even though I didn't see him play, Bo Jackson. I feel like Bo was an incredible athlete. I watched a whole documentary about him, and I loved everything about him when I watched the documentary. I gotta tell you, and I know he's not gonna like to hear this. I know Larry's not gonna like to hear this, but I gotta be honest with you. Like, I respect Sidney Crosby. Like, he is low key like such a really good player, and I respect his game. I never liked how he treated Philly, obviously, but he's like one of those athletes where I can't deny his greatness. Mikal Bridges is in the house tonight in New York. Wow. A guy that was drafted by the Sixers, and they traded him. Also played for Villanova. Was traded literally during the middle of his press conference. All right. Here we go. Aaron Nola takes the mound once again, and he will face Pete Alonso. First pitch. It's at the knees for a called strike. Hate the Pens, but respect Crosby. I have to. Man, like, he is an incredible player. Like, I think he's like one of the most skilled hockey players of all time. I can't deny it. No balls, one strike. The pitch. Pop up over to first base, and it's played by Cody Clemens. And he's able to catch it for out number one. So Beatty will now step into the batter's box. He is third baseman. And Aaron Nola is having some issues with his equipment. Caleb Cotham trying to signal something, and now there's going to be a pause. I believe that there's a microphone that was not instilled into the cap properly, so they're going to try to fix this. There's one of the equipment managers for the Phillies that comes out there to give him a new track, and that'll go into Aaron Nola's baseball cap. Nola couldn't hear something, so just going to pop that into his head. One out, nobody on in the bottom of the second inning. Pete Alonso just popped out over to first base. Guess what? What's up, Football Fusion? Beatty comes up and takes the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. I heard that the Phillies are in the running for getting Shohei Ohtani. Wait, what? No balls, one strike. No way. No way. All right, so here's Brett Beatty He's in the second major league season. He's from Round Rock, Texas. He's 23 years old. This is one of the Mets minor league players who was coming up through the system, and I got a chance to watch him a little bit when he was playing with Francisco Alvarez. But he had a little stint. So he was coming back from an injury. And this guy is another guy that I think potentially could be a really good player. You got 2 new kittens? Nice, dude. Wait, where'd you hear about the Shohei Ohtani thing? No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Laid off on a changeup by Aaron Nola. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brett Beatty. And the pitch. Pop up again. That's the 3rd pop up, or the 5th pop up in a row, I should say. And Suarez is able to make the catch. Everybody's getting underneath of Aaron Nola's pitches. Did I just say Suarez? I meant to say Sosa. So Nimmo popped out to 3rd. Lindor popped out to 2nd. McNeil popped out to 3rd base as well. Alonso popped out to 1st. And Beatty popped out to 3rd. 2 outs. And here's Starling Marte. He flies that one out to right field, and it's fouled. Long foul ball at that time. We need a pitcher. We do need a pitcher. I agree with that. Starling Marte hitting .250 on the season for the Mets. The 0-1 by Nola. It hits Marte. Or was it a foul ball? Oh, it was a foul ball. It hit the knob of the bat. Just hit the knob of the bat. Let's see here. Yep, it did. Okay. Couldn't tell in real time, but it's no balls, 2 strikes to Starling Marte. The kick and the pitch by Nola. Fouled back. Starling Marte had his first Major League appearance back in 2011 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. This season, he has 44 hits and 176 at-bats, 2 homers and 16 RBI. Yo, 2. Hopper hit over to Trey Turner. Turner fields it, throws a dart over to first base, and it's just in time to get Starling Marte out. All 6 men have been retired by Aaron Nola. And we go to the top of the 3rd as we are scoreless in New York. Well, the pop-out streak just ended. Sorry about that, guys. All right. I appreciate you all so much for coming on here. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. How many people we have on here? Let's double check. Let's see. We got 23 people on here. That's what we've been getting, like, as of lately, on average, which is really awesome. And I'm really happy about that. If you guys are brand new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon as well, so that way you know when I upload. I can't thank you all so much for coming on here. Definitely hit the like button, go subscribe, and follow all the socials on LINKTREE. That's pinned up at the very top. If you would also really like to donate to the channel, you can do that by clicking on the PayPal and the Venmo links that are within the LINKTREE. You don't have to do it, but if you'd like to, totally feel free to do that, for sure. And yeah, also you can join the Discord server too. That link is posted in the info section down below. Yes, we are getting a very nice baseball crowd. It's cool. It's funny because I was thinking to myself, I saw somebody on social media that, that I went to school with, and she had an opportunity of, going to see the, the booth. I was thinking, it would be so cool if one time, maybe I could go, like, to Citizens Bank Park, go up to, like, the very top level, and, on, like, a Monday night or something like that, and call a game. Call the game, like, right in front of me. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. Because I'm curious. What's up from Ireland? What's up, Nathan? Thanks for coming on here, dude. We love people from all over the world. Oh, you're a Mets fan. Ooh, boy. All right, 1 ball, no strikes. Carlos Carrasco out there for his 3rd inning of work, and the next pitch is down low for ball 2. All right, so Carrasco has thrown 34 pitches so far. He'll face Sosa, Stott, and Turner. And the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Two balls, 1 strike. Carrasco fires, and the next pitch is lifted out to left field. That's going back to the warning track, and it hits off the very top of the fence. Sosa goes into second base. The throw by Canna is off the line and not in time, and Edmundo Sosa gets in there with a double, and they're going to say it's a home run. It hit the top of the fence, and they're going to rule it as a home run. The second base umpire, Edwin Jimenez, said you can go home, and Sosa just took off from second base, and it's 1-0 Philadelphia. Let's see. It did. It hit off the very top of the fence. And, yeah, that's a home run. It's definitely a home run. I think that it has to hit off the top of the fence, and then it's ruled as a home run. All right, so it's 1-0 Phils. Bryson Stott comes up, and he swings and misses at the curveball. That was like one of the most bizarre home run calls I've ever had, but it's cool. It's nice. 1-0 Phils. Stott up again. It's no balls, 1 strike, and he lines that one out into center field for a base hit, and there's another base hit. This time it comes from Bryson Stott. Back-to-back base hits for the Phils. It was a hanging breaking ball left over the middle of the plate. And that is another base hit for the Phils. I'll be moving to America one day. Oh, nice. That's sick, man. Carrasco has thrown 38 pitches. He will face Trey Turner now. And the first pitch to Trey is outside and low. It was a sinker at 93 miles per hour. Carrasco has gone 25 1/3 of an inning this season. He's only allowed 7 walks, I should say, and has 15 strikeouts. Throw back over to first is not in time. Carrasco is, well, he's been playing for a little bit of time. He's now 36 years old, from Venezuela. 1 ball, no strikes. Kick and the pitch. Ground ball that's fouled down the third base line. Carrasco made his first major league appearance with the Cleveland Indians back in 2009, and he spent 11 seasons with them. Had some really good seasons, and pitched along with Corey Kluber for a couple of really good years. And he signed with the Mets back in 2021, and it's his 3rd season. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball over to shortstop. The throw by Lindor is a bullet, and it's just in time to get Trey Turner. There was no chance that Stott was even going to be out at second base because he was running. And that's just going to be a ground out by Trey Turner. It's just getting on top of the baseball, and he's not providing enough power. He was out by maybe half a step. Yep. A little bit less than half a step. Here's Bryce Harper with a runner in scoring position. The Phillies lead 1-0 thanks to a solo home run by Edmundo Sosa. The pitch on the outside corner, a changeup for a called strike. Bryce hitting .314 on the season with 3 home runs. He's 1 for 1 today. Got the first hit for the Phils. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Carrasco looks back at second base and the 0-1. Ground ball down the first base line, and it's fouled. And the count is 0-2. What's going on in the chat? Bryce only hitting 105 this season with runners in scoring position. He's technically speaking 2 for 19. Let's see if he can try to change the narrative here. The ball's 2 strikes to Harper. Carrasco has a staring contest with Bryson Stott at second base, fires to home plate, and Bryce Harper goes chasing after the changeup for strike 3. And there's 2 gone. The third strikeout of the evening by Carlos Carrasco. And Harper just could not keep up with that pitch as it was in the dirt. You guys are crazy. Castellanos struck out in the first and was the first strikeout victim for Carrasco. First pitch is a little dribbler. It's back towards the mound. And the throw over to first is in time for out number 3. The Phillies, they do get 2 hits, and one of them was a solo home run out to left field by Edmundo Sosa that barely got out of here as it hit the top of the fence. And the Phillies lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. Oof. Ugh. Come on, Mets starting Marte. Gotta hit 3-run bomb tonight. Dude, I feel you on that. You guys have really been so dominant against us, like, over the last couple of years. What part am I from? I'm from South Jersey. I actually went to college at a school called Rowan University, and I graduated with a sports broadcasting degree. Rising Rhinos from Colorado, which is on the other side of America. And, yes, so that's where I'm from. What's up, Megan? As always, thank you for coming on here, dude. Appreciate it. Corey, wait, you went to Rowan too? Wait, what? What was your major? If you don't mind me asking. I graduated last year from Rowan. I went there for about 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. That's crazy. You grew up on Long Island, though. Huh. That's really cool. That is wild. If you guys are brand new to my channel, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe as well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I want to make sure that I acknowledge all you guys who just tuned in. We do, like, almost every single Phillies game. We also do Patriots football, Flyers hockey, and 76ers basketball as well. So, Wiz is in Kansas. Do I know Bono? I do not know Bono. Who's Bono? I do not know Bono. Daniel Vogelbach will lead things off in the bottom of the third inning for the Mets as they trail 1-0 against the Fightin' Phils. The first pitch by Aaron Nola is inside for a ball. So Nola has retired all 6 batters that he's faced so far. Vogelbach came in the pinch hit last night. The 1-0 pitch by Nola, inside and low. A knuckle curve at 79 miles per hour. That makes the count 2-0. Vogelbach is hitting .221 with 2 homers and 13 RBI on the season. That's down 1-0 thanks to a solo home run by Edmundo Sosa in the top of the third. 1-0. Just a little bit up high and outside for ball 2. Austin, I got you, man. I literally just said it as soon as you asked. That's funny. 3 balls, no strikes to Vogelbach. This is the first 3-ball count Nola has had to deal with tonight. The pitch Inside for ball 4. 4 pitches and a walk delivered to Daniel Vogelbach. And the Mets get their first base runner of the evening. Oh, boy. That pitch just misses. It honestly didn't miss by much. It was just barely a ball. You're going to Stockton, Football Fusion? Oh, wow. Boo, live 20 minutes from me. Oh, Bono. Oh, that's cool. Huh. Mark Hanna comes up to the plate as Vogelbach is over at first. It's 1 ball, no strikes. 5 balls delivered in a row by Aaron Nola. The pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. A sinking fastball at 92 miles per hour. And it was taken right at the knees as well. Canna has 35 hits and 150 at-bats. He has a .233 batting average. 1-1. Inside again for ball 2. He also has 3 home runs on the season along with 12 RBI. Does have 16 walks, though. Vogelbach, who just got on, had 22 walks before that one. 2-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball drilled to deep left field, and that ball is not coming back. A fastball that was thrown down the middle of the plate to Mark Hanna, and there is a home run for the New York Mets as they now lead it 2-1. That is Canna's 4th home run on the season. And Nola knew it as soon as he threw it. An elevated fastball right down the middle of the plate. And the Mets take the lead 2-1. Wow. It was a hanging cutter at 86 miles per hour. Here's Tomas Nido. And he grounds that one foul down the third base line. So the Phillies took a 1-0 lead in the top of the third on a solo home run by Edmundo Sosa. And the Mets have provided the counterpunch in the bottom of the third on a 2-run home run by Mark Hanna. First pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Trip Gibson over at first base says no. The count is now 1-1. Nido hitting .118 on the season. He's getting the start today for Francisco Alvarez behind the plate. And he lifts that one high and deep to left field. That's going back to the track, and thankfully Schwarber has room and makes the catch. That was almost the same exact pitch. A hanging cutter thrown to Nido. And Nola just escaped that. And Brandon Nimmo will come up as we flip the lineup card for the Mets again. Nola with 31 pitches. Cruised along through the first 2 innings as he retired all 6 batters that he faced. Got the first 5 of them to pop out. First pitch to Nimmo was swung on and missed. Brandon Nimmo hitting .299 on the season. He has 4 home runs, 21 RBI. Also has a very high on-base percentage at .384. The pitch. Fouled back. Nimmo leads the team in hits. He has 63 hits and 210 at-bats. And he also leads the team in walks, too, with 27. No balls, 2 strikes, the kick and the pitch. Check swing. They don't even appeal as the pitch was outside. It was a changeup at 87 miles per hour. Phillies have 4 hits on the day, and they've only been able to get 1 run. Meanwhile, the Mets have 1 hit, and that was on a 2-run homer by Marcana. Pitch. Inside for ball 2. Nimmo does have 93 total bases on the season, so he gets on a lot for the Mets, and that's why he's batting leadoff. 2-2, foul ball. That's chopped over towards the first base side, and it'll stay foul. Nimmo is 30 years old, grew up in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Stands at 6'3". Bats left and throws right. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a knuckle curve that was in the dirt, and man, that was nasty by Aaron Nola, and that's his first strikeout. Well, there's a good off-speed pitch that he threw. Looked like it was going to be a fastball, and it fooled Nimmo as he got him to chase. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the third, but the Mets lead 2-1. Francisco Lindor batting on the left side. We'll just glance at the first pitch as it's outside on knuckle curve again at 79 miles per hour. Didn't break a whole bunch. Lindor wearing his blue cleats. Pretty bright blue. The pitch inside again for ball 2. Nola in his last 4 starts versus the Mets. He's 1-2, has a 1.8 ERA, a .8 whip, only 3 walks allowed, and 38 strikeouts. 2-0 pitch, foul ball. Nola in 5 starts this month has allowed 4 or more runs in 3 of his last 5 starts, and that's according to DraftKings coming into today. In his last 3 starts total, he's also allowed 18 runs, and he struck out 21 batters. 2-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball out to right field. It's not too deep, though. Castellanos on the run, goes to his right side, and he'll make the catch, and Francisco Lindor not so happy that he just missed a home run. We go to the top of the 4th inning as the Mets do take the lead on a 2-run home run by Marcana. And the Phillies are down 2-1 as we go to the top of the 4th. Okay. All right, guys. If you guys are brand new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Do not forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon as well. We've been coming on here like almost every single day to talk about Phillies baseball. We do play-by-play for all their games. We also do post-series recaps. We'll be doing one tomorrow after the Phillies game. We are also, let's actually have a programming conversation for just a quick minute, actually. So tomorrow, we're doing the Phillies game at 1 o'clock, okay? And then we are also doing our post-series recap, as always. Nick Nurse is also going to be speaking to the media tonight as well. Tomorrow. So we'll be talking about what he has to say as the new head coach for the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll be doing that tomorrow night. And then finally on Thursday, we're finally going to be able to talk about Keith Jones because I've been meaning to do this for a little bit of time. He said some really interesting things on the Anthony Gargano show that I would really like to talk about in regards to the Flyers because I think that they have a bright future as far as rebuilding, and I do trust them, and I hope that they're able to rebuild this the right way. So I think that Keith Jones had some very interesting things to say, and we'll talk about that on Thursday. So just to double check and make sure that we know what's going on. So tomorrow we got the Phillies game at 1 o'clock, okay? And then after that we have Nick Nurse, the press conference that is going to be in the afternoon. We're not going to be able to do it in the afternoon. We'll do it tomorrow night. We have our post-series podcast tomorrow night as well. And then Thursday we got Keith Jones and the thoughts about the Flyers moving forward. And then we got a Phillies game on Thursday night. So Kyle Schwarber will lead things off for the Phils. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 coming up for the Phillies. Nick Nurse is a really good hire. I really like Nick Nurse for sure. I actually did a podcast last night and talked a little bit about the hiring. So make sure that you guys go check that out. But no, I'm a big fan of Nick Nurse. 1 ball, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber as Carlos Carrasco is back out there on the bump for the Mets. And the pitch, it's taken at the knees for a called strike. Nick Nurse won a championship with the Toronto Raptors back in 2019. It was the 2018-19 season with Kawhi Leonard and Marc Gasol. And he won a championship in the modern NBA. The 1-1. Ground ball over to second base, fielded on 2 hops by Jeff McNeil. Gathers himself, throws over to first in plenty of time, and there's 1 gone. That's how we start off the top of the 4th. We downgraded from a doctor to a nurse. I know that joke's kind of flying around. I smashed the like button so hard I broke it. I can't forgive you for that, Larry. I can't. Because now what's going to happen is OBS is going to back out on me, and I'm going to be like, it's all Larry. No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. No balls, 1 strike to JT. The next pitch, check swing, and he certainly went around, says Trip Gibson over at first base. JT today is 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 2nd inning. Carrasco with 50 pitches so far. He's only given up 1 earned run. And the pitch, way up high for a ball. Tap that like button, people. Don't smash it. That's funny. 1 ball, 2 strikes to JT Realmuto. The kick and the pitch. On the outside corner, called strike 3, and JT has gone down looking. He'll head back over to the bench. That's the 2nd time today that he has struck out. 2 gone. Pitch was maybe a little bit outside, but nonetheless, it was pretty filthy on the curveball that was thrown by Carrasco. But it certainly did miss. Two outs, nobody on for the Phils. Brandon Marsh will swing and hit this one out to left center field. And on the run is Nimmo. Goes over to his left side, and they'll make the catch. The running catch for out number 3. He was playing pretty shallow, then had to go pretty deep, and Marsh just could not get that one to go. A 1-2-3 inning by Carlos Carrasco. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Phillies down 2-1. JT, Justin Timberlake. Yeah, you're funny. I was thinking you were gonna say Justin Turner for baseball, or Justin Tucker, Football Reference. There we go, Justin Tucker, kicker, man. Still, I think is the best kicker in football. So what happened? Okay, Marsh flew out to center field. All right. Okay, man. Oof. All right, guys, we got 15 people on here. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon. We're actually going to take a very, very quick step off. I'll be right back in just a few moments. All right? I need to stretch really quickly. Boy, that is a beautiful sunset out at Citi Field. All right, Phillies down 2-1. I'm Jason Joseph. Make sure you guys like and subscribe at the bell icon, all that jazz. We do 76ers basketball, we do Phillies baseball, Flyers hockey, and Patriots football on here. So the Phillies are down 2-1, thanks to they were able to score first on a solo home run by Edmundo Sosa. And then a 2-run home run was hit by Mark Hanna to give the Mets the lead back. So Jeff McNeil is up at the plate. Aaron Nola is on the bump for the Phillies. And Carlos Carrasco is on the mound for the Mets. Nola has only allowed 2 hits and 2 earned runs. Pitch outside for a ball. Scratched that 1 hit, 2 base runners because he walked Daniel Vogelbach. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carrasco has allowed 4 hits. And there's a high fly ball, again to right field, but McNeil got underneath it. Castellanos has room, and he makes the catch right in front of the warning track. And Nola may be getting away with some hangers, because the Mets, their timing is just a little bit off. And that's how we start off the bottom of the 4th. Here's Pete Alonso, the polar bear. He's up at the plate, hitting .237 on the season with 20 home runs and 46 RBI. Nola kicks and fires the pitch outside for a ball. So Pete Alonso, who's up at the plate, is ahead in the count 1-0. We'll take the second pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. So according to FanGirlSportsNetwork.com, in the 2019 Home Run Derby, Pete Alonso participated and he won the Derby. He donated part of his $1 million prize for his winnings to the Wounded Warriors Project and the Tunnels to Towers Foundation. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball. It's underneath the glove of Sosa, and it goes out into left field for a base hit. It was actually a line drive base hit. And it was a pretty tough play because Sosa had to dive over there, so it wouldn't have been an easy play whatsoever. And Alonso gets on with a single. So the Mets lead it 2-1. And they are able to get a 1-out single here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Brett Beatty, and he lays off the first pitch, which is down low for a ball. So in case you're just joining us, the Phillies took a 1-0 lead in the top of the 3rd inning on a solo home run by Edmundo Sosa. Then the Mets would take the lead back on a 2-run home run hit by Mark Hanna in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And that is how the score is right now. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss on a changeup at 86 miles per hour. Brett Beatty, the former Gatorade Texas Baseball Player of the Year. It's tied up in the count 1-1. Pitch laid off as it was inside for ball 2. Beatty actually hit a home run in his first major league at bat, and it was on a curveball thrown by Jake Odorizzi. He's been a very highly touted young player by the Mets organization. The pitch down low for ball 3. He's only 23 years old, and he's a Texas native. 51 pitches by Nola so far. 3 balls, 1 strike to Beatty. The kick and the pitch. A knuckle curve that's taken down low for ball 4, and Beatty's able to get on with a walk. So Alonso singled, and Beatty just walked. There's still 1 out, though, as Jeff McNeil led the inning off with a fly ball out to right field, and it was caught by Nick Castellanos. Starling Marte is now due up for the Mets. Nola looks back at second base to keep Alonso in check, and he fires the first pitch right at the knees on the outside corner for a called strike, a fastball at 93 miles per hour on the gun. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola kick steals the pitch, swing and a miss on a knuckle curve that was outside and low. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I would love to see that. That sounds awesome. I would love to go see that. No balls, 2 strikes to Starling Marte. Spent a lot of his career with the Pittsburgh Pirates. The 0-2 pitch by Nola, laid off on a knuckle curve that was in the dirt, and Starling Marte said no thank you to that. Alonso still at second base. Beatty over at first. Mets lead 2-1. 55 pitches thrown by Nola. Marte is 0 for 1 today as he grounded out the shortstop. The 1-2. Outside and low. Marte is hitting .244 with runners in scoring position. He has 2 doubles, 13 RBI, and he's walked 6 times. Nola gets set. 2 seconds left, and now time is going to be called, and JT is going to take a quick visit to the mound. It's the first mound visit that Aaron has had today, and they're just going to go over some signs. On deck for the Mets is Daniel Vogelbach. It's weird because I didn't know this, but Starling Marte, he lost his mother when he was 9 years old. And had his grandma, help raise him. And then his wife ended up passing away a couple of years ago. And his grandma died almost around the same time, but it was 2 years after his wife passed away. Two balls, 2 strikes to Marte. The pitch. Fly ball out to right field. It's hooking foul, and it will go foul. But that's the one thing that, not a lot of people talk about when you are thinking of just athletes in general. Is the stuff that they've gone through and that type of stuff in the journey. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch by Nola. Swing and a miss. He struck Marte out. And that's the second strikeout by Nola. It was on a curveball that was outside and in the dirt. Great movement on the curveball. That was probably the best curveball that he's thrown tonight. And Marte is now 0 for 2. 2 outs now. Runners still at first and second. And this time Daniel Vogelbach comes up. He takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Vogelbach came in the pinch hit last night. He walked in the third and scored a run on a 2-run home run by Mark Hanna. The 1-0. Up high and inside for ball 2. If you guys have not done so already, please make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the bell icon. If you guys are brand new to my channel, we do like almost every single Phillies game. And if you enjoy my play-by-play commentary, come join the conversation, man. For sure. And become a member of the JJ family. I saw the new Indiana Jones movie coming out. I didn't see the movie. 2-0 pitch. Inside and high again. And that'll make it a 3-0 count. Padres are leading the Marlins 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brewers are actually up 2-0 against the Toronto Blue Jays in the bottom of the fourth. The 3-0 pitch outside for ball 4, and that'll load the bases for the Mets with 2 outs still in the bottom of the fourth. And now Caleb Cotham is going to go out there to try to calm down Aaron Nola. That's the second walk that Vogelbach has had today. He is now over at first. Over at third is Pete Alonso, who got on with a single. And then over at second base is Brett Beatty. So 3 walks issued by Nola, and Mark Canha is due up. Had the 2-run homer back in the third inning, and now comes up into a situation with the bases loaded. There is still a conversation on the mound with all the infielders, JT Realmuto, Caleb Cotham, and Aaron Nola. And now Chris Guccione comes out there to break up the conversation, and everybody's going to have to go back to their spots. Cotham heads back to the dugout. Mark Canha will step into the batter's box in just a few moments. Mets wearing their dark blue and orange uniforms. They have the orange letters and the orange numbers. And the Phillies in their regular away uniforms with the gray outside and the red letters. First pitch to Canha, a fastball taken right down Broad Street all the way for a called strike at 94 miles per hour. Canha with the bases loaded this season is 0 for 4. He only has 1 career grand slam. No balls, 1 strike. Nola kicks, steals, and the pitch is on the outside corner. Another sinker at 94 miles per hour for a called strike 2. Bases loaded for the Mets. Aaron Nola trying to escape a jam. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And time is going to be called by Aaron Nola. Nola's trying to go over some signs between him and JT. Here we go. No balls, 2 strikes, the kick and the pitch. Oh, just a little bit down low was a changeup at 88 miles per hour, just below the knees. Not by much, though. It was a good idea, but Canha didn't chase after it, and Nola did not get the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch. Fly ball out to right field, and it will hook just foul. Cody Clemens could not get over there, and it was just out of his reach. Even if he would have dove for it, it would have been really tough. Lots of issues with the signs? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, the equipment must not be working or something. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Canha. On deck is Tomas Nido. Bases loaded, and the pitch by Nola. Swinging a fly ball that's lifted out to right field, and it drops in for a base hit. 1 run comes in to score. It's Alonso. Coming in right after him is Brett Beatty, and the Mets take a 4-1 lead. On an RBI, it's a 2-run single to right field by Mark Canha. And he has driven in all 4 RBI on the evening against Nola. An elevated fastball that was at the eye level. Canha stayed with it, had a pretty good cut on the swing. Was able to get it over the glove of Bryson Stott. And that'll put runners at first and second. And the Mets lead at 4-1. Vogelbach over at second base. Nido swings and misses at the changeup. That was low and away. Matt Strahm is warming up in the bullpen for the Phillies, and he will most likely come out for the 5th inning. If Nola can't even escape this jam. Thompson at the dugout, chewing his gum. The 0-1, swing and a miss. was outside, and the knuckle curve was just off the plate. I agree, man. I'm with you. He has to. This has to be his last batter. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. It was actually a foul tip into the glove for strike 3, but Mark Canha does it again. This time he gets a 2-run single for the Mets to give them some more insurance as they now lead it 4-1, and we go to the top of the 5th. 7 men came up to the plate in that inning. It's not good, man. All right, I'm going to be right back. I need to stretch for a very quick second. All right. What's up, guys? Thank you all so much for coming on here. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. If you guys are brand new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Got 17 people on here. Appreciate you guys for being very loyal to this channel and helping this channel grow as much as it's been. Can you add me on Snap? Dude, I thought I did. So you'll have to email it to me. You'll have to email it to me, my guy. Not really a big fan of like giving out like my personal like social media stuff on here. But you can email it to me for sure. Cody Clemens comes up for the Phils as we start off the top of the 5th inning. Carrasco takes that pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. I said to email it to me. I said email it. Don't post it on here. The 0-1 pitch. Pop up over to the third base side. And that one's going to find the seats. The email is listed down below. It's in the description. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cody Clemens. 55 pitches by Carlos Carrasco. And the kick and the pitch. Line drive over the head of the first baseman, Pete Alonso. It goes out in the right field. Marte gets over there, cuts it off over to second base. And Clemens gets on with a leadoff single. And that is how we start off the top of the 5th. You don't know how to email. That's funny. Here's Edmundo Sosa. As he'll look at the first pitch inside and maybe a little bit high for a ball. Sosa homered back in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 1 today. Pitch down low and outside for a ball. Naito tried to keep the runner over at first base in check and was able to do so. Just close your eyes and wish really hard. 2-0 on the outside corner for a called strike. That's really funny. Carrasco has a 1-2 record coming into today with a 6.75 ERA. Time is called by Edmundo Sosa. Count is 2-1. At home, Carrasco coming into today is 0-1 with a 10.24 ERA. 2-1 pitch. Just a little bit up high and outside for ball 3. Only allowed 1 earned run over 6 2/3 of an inning against the Cubs. And did a pretty good job mowing down the batters. 3-1 pitch. Taken at the knees for a called strike on the inside corner. Phillies down 4-1 thanks to 4 RBIs by Mark Canha. A 2-run home run back in the bottom of the third and a 2-run double, or a 2-run single, I should say, in the bottom of the fourth. 3-2 pitch. Line drive caught over at shortstop, and the throw back over to first base to get Cody Clemens is in time as well. That's going to be a double play. That goes down as a 6-3 double play. A hot shot hit right over to Lindor, and Clemens did not necessarily do a good job with the base running. And there's nobody on with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And Bryson Stott steps into the batter's box and looks at the first pitch for a called strike. Stott came in to the series with a little hitting streak that he put together, and then that ended last night. But he is 1 for 2 today, and he swings and fouls the changeup. Need another Sosa home run. We need Sammy Sosa to go into Edmundo Sosa. I keep thinking of Eduardo Escobar. 0-2 pitch. Up high and outside. Well, some interesting things happened today in the land of baseball. It's the 1-2 pitch is grounded back up the middle. Fielded on a hop by Lindor. The throw over to first is just in time to get Bryson Stott for out number 3. Man, Francisco Lindor has been flashing that glove. And there is 3 outs as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Phillies down 4-1 at Citi Field against the Mets. Boy, oh boy. We need Oh my gosh, that'd be funny. So yeah, lots of things happened today. So I just found out. So the Orioles, I saw that they signed Aaron Hicks today. It's funny because the Mets or the Yankees let him go. They signed with the Orioles. The other thing that was really interesting was where was it? I'm trying to find it. Where was it? Do I have it? Yeah, I do. So there was according to okay, there it is. According to the Sports Business Journal. Okay, so San Diego, right, was having issues with coming to negotiations with their broadcast for Bally Sports San Diego. And they just actually they weren't able to pay the rights for doing more games. And so now from I think it's Wednesday to Sunday, people are actually going to be able to watch like San Diego Padres games for free on MLB.com. And according to the Sports Business Journal, the deal that was made for Bally Sports San Diego, okay, it was a $1.2 billion deal. And it was set to go till 2032. And according to according to these sources from the Sports Business Journal, the MLB-produced broadcast they're going to use the same announcers, the same producers, the directors, and the camera operators, and MLB is actually also reportedly going to stream the games for free to Sunday, like I said, and also make them available on Fubo, DirecTV, Cox, and Charter, which I find really weird. No balls, 1 strike to Brandon Nimmo. And the pitch, swing and a miss. So Nola is back out there for his 5th inning of work. He has thrown 72 pitches. He's given up 4 earned runs. The 0-2, swing and a miss. And Nola gets another strikeout as Nimmo is down on strikes. That's his 2nd time today. What's up, Eddie? Phillies always stink in regular season games. Well, I mean, not from June to August of last year. Francisco Lindor will look at the first pitch down low for a ball. If you guys are brand new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon as well so that way you know when I upload and when I go live for a Phillies game, a Sixers game, Patriots game, or Flyers. The pitch, fouled back. That makes the count 1-1. And if you do subscribe, I'll give you a shout out. Our goal is to get to 450 subscribers by the end of tonight. And I think we can do it. Nola with the pitch. Outside for ball 2. What a fluke for the Phillies to make the World Series last year. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. And another ground ball that's fouled to the first base side. I was listening to an interview yesterday with Dave Dombrowski on Phillies on Deck. And he was talking about the whole problem with getting a 5th pitcher and that type of thing. As it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kick by Nola, and the pitch. Another swing and a miss. Oh, but it was just a foul tip that just landed out of the glove of JT. So they call it a foul ball. Oh, my goodness. Yep, it bounced into the glove, according to the home plate umpire. 2-2 pitch again. Line drive into center field. On the run is Marsh. Marsh goes up, and he'll make the catch. The running catch over towards the center field wall as he just took away an extra base hit to Francisco Lindor. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. So, Jeff McNeil comes up to the plate now for the Mets. So Dave Dombrowski was talking about the 5th starter issue. And when Greg Murphy asked him about it, this is what he said. He said, quote, we have those young guys, those young kids, he said, that are coming, but we're not going to rush them. So we're going to have to deal with the 5th spot. We're going to need to get more consistent performances and win some games there. End quote. The 0-1 pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike. And that's been like one of the main concerns about the Phillies is, you know, they will have a bullpen game for every 5th starter. And really have been not able to find somebody that could fulfill those shoes. Lots of talks about maybe Christopher Sanchez, but we've seen that story before. No balls, 2 strikes. Nola kicks, winds up, and delivers. Next pitch is a breaking ball that is down low for a ball. And McNeil decides not to bite. I would really be interested to see Griff McGarry come up. But I know that they're not going to do that because he just got back from an injury. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? They don't even appeal, and it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch. Swinging a fly ball out to right field, and thankfully it hits the foul ball netting. And then when talking about Kyle Schwarber, Dombrowski also said yesterday, quote, Schwarber said, Schwarber looks like he's getting going a little bit. To me, you see more plate discipline when he's walking more. But when he starts swinging at strikes, he has a chance to do some damage. End quote. The 2-2 pitch. Line drive out into left field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Schwarber gets over there, cuts it off, and the throw goes over to Trey Turner, and McNeil will stay put over at first base. That'll be another 2-out base hit. McNeil, who chokes up on his bat, is able to just poke it out the other way. And Pete Alonso will come up to the plate now for the Phils. Alonso comes up and takes the first pitch outside for a ball. All right, what's going on in the chat? Eddie, the Phillies did dominate for like June to October, June to August. They did. There's a reason why Rob Thompson was up for Manager of the Year. The pitch. Ground ball back up the middle by Pete Alonso. And the throw over to first is in plenty of time as Stock gets over there. And there's the final out. No runs, 1 man left. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Phillies down 4-1. Dodgers as the NL champs this year is my early pick. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like the San Diego Padres, like once they get things going too, like all these teams are very streaky right now. So you just got to get hot. That's all it is. You just got to get hot at the right time. The Cardinals got hot at the right time a couple of years, well, not a couple of years ago, but now it's like, 10 years ago? They made it all the way to the World Series. Look at the Kansas City Royals. They got hot at the right time, too. So I'm just saying that you just got to put together a really good stretch and get hot at the right time. So that's how it is. That's how baseball's always been. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off. I'll be right back in just a few moments. All right, I need to take a sip of water. All right, here we go. I would love for Ohtani to join the Dodgers. Are you a Dodgers fan? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just curious. Phillies down 4-1 as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Excited for the Nuggets Heat Game 1 tomorrow. That'd be cool. Yeah. I agree. That will be really cool. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon as well. I give you this content for free. Best thing that you can do to support me is just hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, man. Trey Turner leads things off for the Philadelphia Phillies as we go to the top of the 6th. And the first pitch is inside for a ball. Turner is 0 for 2 today. He grounded out to shortstop twice. Harper waits on deck, and Castellanos is in the hole. The pitch at the knees, right down the middle for a called strike. Trey Turner signed an 11-year, $300 million contract in the offseason with the Phillies. The pitch outside and low for ball 2. Two balls, one strike. Carrasco still on the bump for the Mets. And the 70th pitch coming right up. And it's fouled back over towards the right field side. And it'll find the seats again. Count is even now at 2-2. Trey Turner's been struggling this season. And the pitch. There's a fly ball out to left field. It's not that deep, though. And Canna stays put, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Turner thought he made some good contact on that pitch, and we'll head back on over to the dugout. Even Ohtani couldn't get the Dodgers to the World Series, I mean, he makes them a better team. You can't, deny that, Larry. He does. I mean, he makes anybody better. But, I understand what you're saying. Harper comes up, takes the first pitch down low, right below the knees for a ball. Pitch. Line drive into right field, and it drops in for a base hit right in front of Starling Marte, and Bryce again gets on with another base hit. Good at bat once again by Bryce Harper. His timing is just unbelievable. The way that he's seeing the baseball. Just doing a good job of getting the barrel on it. Squaring it up perfectly. And he heads over to first base. There's a little chat with Pete Alonso. Castellanos comes up. He grounds that one over to shortstop. This could be 2 to throw over the second. There's 1, and they're not even going to throw it over to first base. And that's going to go down as a 6-4 ground out. Fielder's choice ground out, I should say. And Castellanos is safe over at first. Ohtani makes any team better except the Dodgers. Why is that? Dodgers already have a really good team. All right, so Harper singled. Turner got out on a fly out. Castellanos grounded into a fielder's choice. Here's Kyle Schwarber. 1 ball, no strikes. To Kyle Schwarber. Carrasco still on the bump. The pitch. It's down low and inside for ball 2. So the Phillies have only gotten 1 run today. It was on a solo home run by Edmundo Sosa. They've only scored 1 run in the series after getting shut out 2-0 last night by Kodai Senga and the Mets. 2-0 up high and just a little bit outside for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes to Schwarber. The pitch on the outside corner, a changeup at 87 miles per hour. I actually just learned today that Alex Bregman and Aaron Nola not only were teammates at LSU, but they were also roommates. I had no idea. 3-1 pitch. Taken down low for ball 4, and Schwarber walks. Good at bat by Kyle Schwarber. And that puts runners at first and second, and the tying run is coming up for the Phils. It'll be JT Realmuto who steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today, and he has struck out twice. Mets pitching coach is going to go out there to talk things over with Carrasco. He's thrown 79 pitches today. Yeah, I totally forgot. I totally had no idea that Alex Bregman was his roommate. And that's that was, I guess, like one of the biggest storylines about the World Series is when Aaron Nola had to face Alex Bregman. My cat is inside of a basket right now playing around with her tail. It's nice. All right, here comes JT Realmuto, who has 3 homers on the season, 17 RBI. He's hitting .262. This is a big situation for him. First pitch to JT. It's on the inside corner for a called strike. JT has 45 hits and 171 at-bats. He's 2 for 7 lifetime against Carlos Carrasco. Coming into today, the 0-1, swinging a foul ball. Well, that I remember. Of course I remember that. JT's hitting 174 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position this season. No balls, 2 strikes. It's a big at-bat here for JT. And he grounds that one over to third base. It's gobbled up by Beatty. The throw over to first is just in time, and JT Realmuto is out by half a step. And that'll do it. No runs, 2 men left, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Phillies down 4-1. Wow. Man, we cannot be leaving these runners over at first and second, man. Can't be doing that. But hi, guys. Hello. I hope all is well, and I hope you're all having yourselves an awesome night. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon as well so that way you know when I upload. Phillies are in a slump. There's no doubt about it. They have not been what we have expected so far this season. But, even though it's frustrating and it's annoying as a fan, we're all here together. And, we're here for one another to talk about these things and to address what's been going on, the highs and the lows. We're here for it all. So if you guys are Phillies fans like me, or just love baseball as much as I do, make sure that you join the family. Hit the subscribe button, like, and, participate, man. Come on here. What you guys waiting for? We got 23 people on here. We do. Will the A's be the worst team ever? I guess. This is a team that has given up so much talent. You look at the team that they had with Chris Davis, right? Josh Reddick, Yoenis Cespedes, Josh Donaldson. They had some really good pieces. They had Sonny Gray and all that. There's so many guys that I could name that were on the A's that just had such high talent. Went on to other teams, like Marcus Semien, another one of those guys. Jed Lowry. Matt Olson. Matt Chapman. It's crazy how much talent they have. I agree. All right, bottom of the 6th we go. Nola's still out there. He has 86 pitches. And Beatty comes up, and he takes the first pitch. It's a knuckle curve at the knees for a called strike. So the Mets scored 2 runs in the 3rd, 2 runs in the 4th. And all their runs have been driven in by one guy. And his name is Mark Canha. The pitch. Foul ball. Another former Oakland Athletic player. Beatty's 0 for 1. He walked in the 4th and scored a run. The 0-2 by Nola. Tapped foul. The ball's 2 strikes. The pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. Nola does have 90 pitches today. His pitch kind of starting to get up there. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Good strikeout to Brett Beatty. That's now 5 strikeouts by Nola. And there's 1 gone in the bottom of the 6th. That was a nasty breaking ball. Decided to go with the changeup that time to the lefty, and it kind of reminds me a little bit, like when you watch it, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Cole Hamels changeup that he used to throw. That will bring up Starling Marte. And we'll take the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. Marte today is 0 for 2. He grounded out and struck out. And the 0-1. That's a line foul down the first base line, and it will find the seats. Bottom of the 6th, Mets up 4-1. Expos had Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, etc. Lost them all, then relocated. Pitch. It's up high for ball 1. I mean, the best thing that I could think of is when the Phillies had Pedro Martinez, Roy Halladay, Roy Oswalt. You had the 4 aces, and yet you couldn't get it done. 1-2 pitch outside for ball 2. And I guess that the closest thing that's been equivalent to that, like in all sports, is the Boston Bruins this year. Like, you had a historically awesome season, and yet you couldn't get it done. Cliff Lee, yep. 2-2 pitch, ground ball, that's chopped foul. So the Bruins are like the team that I can think of that's like relevant to that. And the Milwaukee Bucks too. Seriously. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. Fouled back towards the screen. Mets tonight were at plus 105 as their money line. Now they're at minus 2,000. The Phillies, on the other end, were picked to win. They were at minus 125, and now they're at plus 1,000. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball over to second base. Gobbled up by Stott. The throw over to first is in time for out number 2. How about the 16-0 Patriots? You're right. You're right about that. Yep. That's for sure. That was a big disappointment. How about the LA Clippers? That's a cursed franchise. All right, so Beatty strikes out. Marte grounds out. And Nola throws a strike right down the middle of the Vogelbach. 62 strikes have been thrown by Nola. He's getting ready to hit the century mark on this next pitch here. Boston disgraced themselves in Game 7. The 0-1 inside and high for a ball. Are you talking about the Celtics or are you talking about the Bruins? Because both disgraced themselves in Game 7. 1-1 pitch. It's taken down low and outside for ball 2. Randy Johnson was a great pitcher, man. Both. Yeah. Boston, the Celtics. I don't know how the Sixers lost, man. That was, you can put the Sixers up there, too, as a disappointment with all the firepower that we had. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Vogelbach is popped up towards the infield on the third base side. Sosa goes into foul territory, then back into fair territory and makes the catch. for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning by Aaron Nola. And we go to the top of the 7th as the Phillies are still down 4-1. I mean, the crying Celtics can't wait to get back to Boston. What a joke. Oh, man. All right. I need to take another quick step off, man. I'll be right back in just a few moments, but do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe as well, hit the notification bell icon. I'll be right back, all right, in just a few moments. So let's do that real quickly. Alrighty. Phillies down 4-1. And, well, let's recap what happened. So the Phillies, they took the lead 1-0 in the top of the 3rd on a solo home run by Sosa. But then the Mets had an answer off of Aaron Nola as Marcana hit a 2-run home run to give them a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And then Marcana would come back up again with runners over at 1st and 2nd in the bottom of the 4th. And he would get himself a 2-run single. And that is how all the scoring has begun so far for the Mets and the Phillies. Brooks Raleigh is now going to come in to relieve Carlos Carrasco. And the first pitch is bunted down the third base line, and it's fouled by Brandon Marsh. So Carrasco's day is done. He went 6 strong innings. He only allowed 6 hits, 1 earned run, and he had 4 strikeouts. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch on the outside corner, a sweeper at 81 miles per hour. And it's taken for a strike. So Marsh is 1 for 2 today. He doubled back in the 2nd inning. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss on another sweeper at 82 miles per hour. And that is the first strikeout by Brooks Raleigh as he comes in to pitch the 7th inning. And the Phillies cannot get on. Draymond Green was so glad the Celtics lost. I felt the same. Clemens steps up to the plate, and he takes the first pitch, a sinking fastball at 91 miles per hour. Yep, he came into the game with over a 6 ERA, as I mentioned. Yep, you're right. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Clemens. It's popped up, and it goes foul behind the plate. Cody Clemens today, he singled back in the 5th. He also flew out to left field. His batting average is at .257. He's had 4 homers and 10 RBI. Raleigh gets set, kicks, fires the pitch. Just fouled off. It was on a sweeper at 82 miles per hour. Clemens was just able to stay alive. So Raleigh has a 3.18 ERA and 17 strikeouts. The 0-2 taken down low for a ball. 17 strikeouts, that is in 17 innings, only 12 hits allowed, 6 walks issued as well in 21 games. One ball, two strikes. Raleigh kicks, fires, and the pitch. It's grounded back up the middle for a base hit. Just got past the reach of Francisco Lindor, and Cody Clemens gets on with his second single today. He singled up the middle, and it was fielded on a couple of hops by the center fielder Brandon Nimmo and thrown back to Lindor as the cutoff man. So the Phillies have been able to get a base runner on in 3 consecutive innings. Question is, can they get somebody home? Sosa lines that one out to left field, and it was a screamer, but it hooks foul. Sosa homered back in the 3rd inning. He has 4 of them on the season, along with 12 RBI. Raleigh gets set, kicks, fires, the pitch. There's a high fly ball drilled to deep left field, and that one is foul as well. Man, Sosa's been showing off the power, but the timing is just a little bit off. Throw back over to first is not in time. Coach K? You're funny, man. You're crazy. No balls, 2 strikes to Sosa. Raleigh winds up in the pitch, swing and a miss. Oh, did he foul it? Nope, he struck out. He struck out, and Sosa is down on strikes, and there's 2 gone. Sosa, when chasing after the knuckle curve that was down low, was actually more of a sweeper. Stott comes up, 2 outs, and a runner over at first base. First pitch to Stott is grounded right through the hole. Got underneath the glove of Lindor out in the right field. Marte's going to throw over to second base, and Clemens will stay put over at second. And the Phillies get on with another base hit, and that'll bring up Trey Turner. Turner representing the tying run, as Brooks Raleigh's in a little bit of a jam here. Stott over at first, Clemens over at second. Mets are unstable. Just telling you, man, like, you never know. Turner comes up, and the first pitch is outside, way outside that is, for a ball. One ball, no strikes to Trey Turner, who's 0 for 3 today. He's grounded out twice to shortstop, and he's flown out to left field. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on a sinker that was low and away. Sir Anthony Dominguez is warming up in the bullpen for the Phils, and he'll most likely come out to pitch the 8th. The 1-1 to Turner. Outside, good take on a changeup at 84 miles per hour. The count is 2-1. Turner leads the team in at-bats with 212 on this, or 222, I should say, coming into today. He's hitting 240. Pitch. Inside and low for ball 3. So the Phillies have 2 base runners on in the top of the 7th inning. There's 2 outs. The Phillies do trail 4-1 against the Mets. Turner representing the tying run. He's up at the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. Clemens over at second base. Stott over at first. Brooks Raleigh on the bump. He looks back at second base. And the 3-1 to Turner. Swing and a miss. He swung and missed at ball 4. Turn to come up to the plate. The pitch of the night coming right up. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball over to third base. The throw over to first is just in time. What a play by Beatty to throw a dart over to first base, and that's going to do it. No runs, 2 men left, and we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is now stretch time at Citi Field. Wow. That was a golden opportunity, man. That was a golden opportunity. A golden opportunity. Hi guys, what's going on? My name is Jason Joseph. If you guys are brand new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit the bell icon so that way you know when I upload. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to take a very quick step off, but I will see you guys in just a few moments. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. I know this is getting a little bit itchy. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon as well, so that way you know when I upload. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, you guys don't have to. The link to my LINKTREE is posted up above. It's actually pinned at the very top of the chat. You can also find it right below in the description area as well. And you can also go follow me on all my social media platforms. On Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, and all that jazz. So make sure that you go do that, and feel free to donate to the channel as well. All right, Mark Canha comes up. He's 2 for 2 today, and he grounds that one foul. It's a 1-1 count, and Sir Anthony Dominguez is now on the bump. In 24 outings this season, he's 1-2. He has a 4.05 ERA. And 22 strikeouts and 20 innings of work. He's only allowed 1 home run, though, and opponents are hitting .268 off of him. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mark Canha, who's had all 4 RBI today. The 1-1, check swing, and they don't even have to appeal because it was a strike anyways. Canha had the 2-run home run back in the bottom of the 3rd to give the Mets a 2-1 lead, and then in the bottom of the 4th, hit a 2-run single. The 1-2. Outside for ball 2. That time, Sir Anthony threw a pretty good fastball at 98 miles per hour. Will, what's up, Will? Thanks for coming on here, dude. I hope all is well, man. How you doing? The pitch. Grounded foul. And he'll find the dugout. Canha coming into today was actually really struggling. 2-2 pitch. Inside for ball 3. The count is now full at 3-2. As Nido does wait on deck. And the payoff pitch coming right up. Here it is. The pitch. Foul ball. Just landed right behind home plate. And it hit the net. Dominguez tries to go over some signs with JT Realmuto. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The kick and the pitch, swing and the miss, and he struck him out. And Canha, for the first time today, is retired. As Sir Anthony Dominguez throws a fastball at 99 miles per hour. Oh, boy. What a pitch that was. And there is 1 gone in the bottom of the 7th. Thomas Nido will look at the first pitch up high and take it for a ball at 98 miles per hour. Flew out to left field, and he also struck out as well. Pitch. Fly ball out to center field. Marsh tries to slide, then he'll let it bounce right in front of him and then play it on a hop. And Nido is able to get on with a 1-out single out to center field. Good play by Marsh just to not even reach for it, and he was lucky that he was able to keep it in front of him and play it on a hop. And he didn't overslide. But Castellanos did come over to back him up, just in case he did miss it. Pitch, inside and low for a ball. Phillies making World Series a third wild card. It was just plain luck. I mean, I'll ask you one thing though. Like when they introduced the wild card, you know, the second wild card was the Kansas City Royals making it to the World Series. Was that luck too? I'm just saying. Well, no. Popped up over to the second base side, and Stock gets underneath it and will make the catch for out number 2. So, yeah, so was that luck too? You still can't dismiss them. It could backfire. Yeah. Because the Royals actually ended up winning the World Series like the next year after that. Or actually, no, sorry. They ended up winning the World Series that year. All right. Francisco Lindor comes up. And he'll take the first pitch inside for a ball. So Naito singled. Nimmo got out. The 1-0 is inside for ball 2. So Sir Anthony Dominguez on the bump for the Phils. He's thrown 14 pitches so far. Came in for Aaron Nola. Nola today allowed all 4 runs to Mark Canha. Other than that, he pitched pretty well. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Ground ball over to second base. Throw over to first is in plenty of time for out number 3. And we go to the top of the 8th inning. Phillies down 4-1 against the Mets. What's up, Jacqueline? All right, Eddie, I don't want to take too much Philly slander. You know what I'm saying, man? I don't want to take too much Philly slander on here. What's up, Jacqueline? Thanks for coming on here as always, man. I hope all is well. Make sure that you guys go check out Jacqueline's channel. Rising Rhino, always back on here too. You guys should definitely go check out his channel. So, yeah. Yeah, man. How you guys doing tonight? We got 20 people on here, man. I hope all is well, and I hope you're all having yourselves an awesome night. He's an Astros front runner. He likes the Dodgers, I thought. I thought he said he likes the Dodgers. All is good. All is good. Nice. That's awesome. Football Fusion, thanks for coming back on here as always, man. Let's take a look at some of the scores. All right, so the Guardians, they lead the Orioles 11-8, and that's going into the bottom of the 6th inning. The Braves are up 3-2 against the Oakland A's. That's in Oakland. The Giants are losing 8-3 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dodgers are beating the Nationals 4-3. So that is going to go to the top of the 5th inning. Wait a second. Did I not update this? I don't think I updated this. I did not update this. Oh, man. I was reading the wrong ones. What am I doing? All right, so the Brewers are up 4-1 against the Toronto Blue Jays, right? Red Sox lead 3-2 against the Reds. Twins are up 3-0 against the Astros. Rockies and Diamondbacks play tonight at 9:40, and the Yankees and Mariners play at 9:40 as well. So then we go to the final scores. Tigers won 3-2 against the Rangers. Angels, they beat the White Sox 12-5. What else do we have? Bryce Harper will be coming up to the plate for the Phils. The Rays won 4-3 against the Cubs. The Guardians beat the Orioles 12-8. The Braves ended up beating the A's 4-2. Harper comes up, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. for a strike. Brooks Rowley still out there for the Phils. Or for the Mets, I should say, sorry. Facing the Phils. Giants lost to the Pirates 9-4. Nationals beat the Dodgers 10-6, and the Marlins beat San Diego 2-1. All right, no balls, one strike to Bryce Harper. Phillies down 4-1. With nobody out in the top of the eighth. The pitch, swing and a miss on a sweeper that was outside for strike 2. Nationals did lose. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, outside and low for ball 1. The Nationals win? No. I said that they lost. Or yes. I'm sorry. Nationals won. My brain is fried right now. They won 10-6. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper. Raleigh gets set, kicks, steals, and the pitch. Swing and the miss. And Bryce Harper strikes out. And the Phillies are down to their final 5 outs. As Harper is retired and swings and misses at the fastball. Buck Showalter's going to come out there, and that's going to be it for Brooks Raleigh. As his night is done, he goes 1 1/3 of an inning. Give up a couple of hits, but we have a new pitcher coming in for the Mets. We'll get you his name in just a few moments. Astros would win the division even if they were in the AL Central. AL Central's worse. Yeah, man. Still at the Astros. Oh, Will, I see what you're doing. You're talking about them beating the okay, I understand what you're saying now. Sorry, I wasn't reading the full chat. AL Central's a toddler division. Eddie, man, you're bugging, bro. Can't slander these teams too much. You know what I'm saying, man? You're too much, man. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon as well, so that way you know when I upload. Please make sure that you do that. I love you all so much, and I appreciate you guys so much for being on here. We've been doing this for 5 months, and it's been really freaking awesome doing this. So, I speak the truth, I speak my mind. I mean, Astros are scared to take off their shirts. Oh, man. All right, 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. Eddie, have you subscribed to my channel yet? Adam Ottavino comes in. He's 0-2 on the season. He's pitched in 23 games. I don't think you've subscribed to my channel. You should. Fake butt. Oh, my gosh, yeah. All right, Castellanos comes up to the plate for the Phils. And Harper is having a conversation with, I think, one of the trainers, just to see if he's all right. Nick will pop this one up out to center field on the sweeper at 83 miles per hour. And the pitch is lifted out to center field, and it's caught for out number 2. Already sub just here to see the Mets do well. Wait, hold up. So you're a Mets fan, an Astros fan, and a Dodgers fan? Is that pretty much what you're saying? Schwarber comes up. He's 0 for 2 today. He walked back in the 6th. Nobody on 2 outs. And the pitch is taken at the knees for a called strike on the inside corner. 4 likes till we get 20, man. Keep smashing that button. You got it. Schwarber's 2 for 2 lifetime against Adam Ottavino. And the 0-1 is a cannon down the first base line, but it's foul. Two outs, nobody on in the top of the 8th inning. Phillies down to their final 4 outs. The 0-2 pitch. Foul ball on the changeup at 88 miles per hour. So Adam Ottavino is on the bump for the New York Mets. Phillies do have 2 men warming up in the bullpen. One of them is Gregory Soto. Schwarber will call for time here as he takes a very quick step out of the batter's box. Ottavino gets set, and the 0-2 pitch. Pop up, and it's fouled behind the plate. Adam Ottavino is now 37 years old, I should say. Stands at 6'5". He has a 4.35 ERA, 21 strikeouts, and 5 saves. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Schwarber strikes out, and that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Mets lead 4-1 against the Phils. Jeff McNeil will lead things off when the Mets return. Wild. You grew up in Elmhurst, Queens? Oh, Elmhurst, Queens. That's cool. Ugh. All right. Man, that feels good. Was it on Friday the 13th? Okay, so Rising Rhino, I hate to tell you this. That's where I'm from. And you know what my name is. My name's Jason. And yes. Watching from Taiwan, my native country. What's up, Mets? Strike again? What's good? Oh my gosh. Eddie, oh my gosh, you're funny, man. Texas. Bro, you guys are really something, man. You guys are funny. You really are. Mets are performing pretty well. Phillies are also not doing so well. All right. So the Phillies are down 4-1 against the Mets. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon as well so that way you know when I upload. And yes, so Andrew Vasquez is going to be pitching for the Phils. He's pitched in 16 games this season as a 1-0 record. A 1.48 ERA. And he's pitched in 24 1/3 of an inning. And he will have to face Jeff McNeil, who leads off the inning, and the first pitch is inside for a ball. So Jeff today's 1 for 3. He's singled back in the 5th. He's hitting .289 on the season. He's homered twice this season, and he has 16 RBI. The 1-0 is taken at the knees for a called strike on a slider at 81 miles per hour. So it'll be 3, 4, and 5 that are due up for the New York Mets. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball. Back up the middle. Gobbled up by Stott. The throw over to first. Across the diamond is just in time to get Jeff McNeil. Good athleticism and great balance by Bryson Stott. And Pete Alonso, the polar bear, comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. He singled in the 4th and scored a run as well. And he will step into the batter's box. First pitch to Alonso is taken right on the inside corner for a called strike. The 0-1 to Alonso is inside and high for a ball. So, talked about Pete being the winner of the 2019 Home Run Derby and donating part of his $1 million prize to the Wounded Warriors Project and the Tunnels to Towers Foundation. The 1-1 pitch popped out over to shortstop, and Turner gets over there, and he's able to catch it for out number 2. But that was actually one of the reasons why he joined forces with the No Bullying and DoSomething.org Foundation to help their campaign against cyberbullying. And, he's been very active when it comes to fighting against bullying. First pitch in this at-bat is taken for a called strike to Brett Beatty. The 0-1. That's at the knees for a called strike on a slider at 82 miles per hour. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on. In the bottom of the 8th, Mets lead 4-1. The 0-2 pitch, fly ball out to left field. Schwarber gets over to the track and will make the catch for the 3rd and final out of the inning. A 1-2-3 inning thrown by Andrew Vasquez, and we go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Phillies as JT will lead things off. It'll be Realmuto, Marsh, and Clemens coming up when the Phillies return, most likely against David Robertson. Oh, boy. Hope you're all doing well. Last thing I wanted to tell you guys before we go into the top of the 9th. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you all so much for being on here, man. 5 months we've been doing this very strongly and have been really putting in a lot of work. And the grind never stops, man. Never stops. And we'll be back on here tomorrow afternoon for the series finale. And then we'll be back on tomorrow night for the series podcast, series recap podcast, and then we'll also have a podcast on Nick Nurse. So that is awesome. So lots of work, man, but the work continues to pay off, and the grind never stops. And it's all about the reps, and it's also just about coming on here and building relationships with you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Rising Rhino, that's awesome, my guy. That is really sick. I'm actually what is it? I started in December, so wait. December to January is 1. January to February is 2. February to March is 3. April 4. Yeah, so it's been 5. It's been 5. Wow. It's cool. It's pretty sick, man. You're not going to be on Thursday. I'm going to a carnival with my friends. Also, don't forget to add. I won't, my guy. I won't forget. All right, top of the 9th we go. Phillies down to their final 3 outs. They have 8 hits today. The Mets have 5 hits and have been able to score 4 runs. And David Robertson, the closer for the Mets, is going to come in. Edwin Diaz is on the injured list. And Robertson this season is 9 for 10 in save opportunities, former Philadelphia Philly. His ERA has also been pretty good, too. Came in for the save in last night's game and helped the Mets complete the shutout. The only run that has been given up in the series was on a solo home run earlier today by Edmundo Sosa. That was given up by Carrasco. First pitch, inside and high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. The kick and the pitch. Inside again for ball 2. I'm not there yet, Larry. JT is 0 for 2 today. He has struck out once. This team is so talented. They have to do it themselves. 2-0 pitch on the inside, or outside corner, I should say, for a called strike. We'll talk more about it later. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike to JT. Realmuto facing Robertson, the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a slider that was low and away. See, I don't think that was on Rob Thompson. That was a check swing all on JT. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch down low and outside for ball 3. Full count to Realmuto. Robertson gets set, kicks, and fires the payoff pitch. Fly ball out to center field. It's carrying back a little bit, but it's not too deep. And on the run and making the catch is Brandon Nimmo for the first out of the 9th. And there's 1 gone. Next batter to come up is Brandon Marsh. Robertson has gone 22 1/3 of an inning this season. He's now 38 years old. Just turned 38 on April 9th. The pitch to Marsh is taken down low for a ball. It was a cutter at 94 miles per hour. Robertson from Birmingham, Alabama. Kicks, fires the 1-0 pitch, swing and the miss on a knuckle curve again. And the Phillies really are just chasing after a lot of pitches. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 9th. The pitch on the inside corner, a changeup at 87 miles per hour. And that is taken at the knees for a called strike. Marsh is hitting .275 in the 7th inning or later, has 2 homers and 7 RBI. The 1-2 pitch by Robertson. Foul ball. Just bounced foul. Over Robertson's last 7 days, he's gone 2 innings, he's allowed 1 earned run, and he has 2 strikeouts. He's been doing a very good job at home this season. The 1-2 delivery. Ground ball off the glove of Robertson, and it goes out in the right field for a base hit. And Marsh gets on with a single. It was a hot shot, and it just bounced off of the right side of the glove of David Robertson, and Jeff McNeil could not get over to the baseball. And the Phillies stay alive. Cody Clemens due up at the plate. Robertson could not field it properly, and McNeil went over to his right side at first because he thought he was going to have to go over there, and then he had to go back to his left. Here's Clemens, and the first pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. Cody today is 2 for 3. He singled up the middle his last time up. And he's hoping to get the tying run to come up to the plate. The 0-1 on the outside corner. Again, another cutter at 93 miles per hour. Cody hitting in the 6th spot today. Or the 8th spot, I should say. Edmundo Sosa does wait on deck. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Clemens. It ends up hitting Clemens, and that's going to put him on over at first base. And the tying run is going to come up to the plate. Oh, boy. So a single by Marsh with 1 out and a hit by pitch. That was with no balls and 2 strikes. And here comes Edmundo Sosa, who homered to start off the ball game for the Phils. in the bottom of the third. Top of the third. Sosa's 1 for 3 today. He's been hitting the ball pretty well. Robertson on the bump. And the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, man, he was looking for the fastball, and Robertson knew it, and he went with a knuckle curve. And Robertson gets the first punch. Sosa is 1 for 1 in his career lifetime against Robertson. Marsh over at second. Clemens at first. The pitch at the knees on the outside corner for a called strike. And the count is 0-2. The Phillies have had runners at first and second in 3 of their last 4 innings and have not been able to get anybody home. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, foul ball. They're at least 0 for 10 with runners on base. No balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. 1 out in the top of the 9th. Runners at first and second. Robertson kicks, fires, and it's swung on and foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. And 2 gone now in the top of the 9th. It was another knuckle curve, and Sosa chased right on after it. And the last hope will be Bryson Stott. Stott today is 2 for 4. The first pitch to Stott is fouled back towards the screen. The count is 0-1. So Marsh is over at second base. He got on with a single. Clemens got hit by a pitch. Stott in his career is 0 for 2 versus David Robertson, but he has reached base with a walk. Robertson with 19 pitches so far in the top of the 9th. Turner waits on deck. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch laid off by Stott. Good take on the knuckle curve at 87 miles per hour. Do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, and hit the bell icon. You guys are crazy. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Robertson gets set, kicks, fires in the pitch. It's fouled. Just got a piece of it. And the Phillies are down to their final strike. Mets are 1 strike away from taking this series against the Phils. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. The tying run is up at the plate in the top of the 9th. Phillies down 4-1. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And time is going to be called as Robertson had no idea how much time was left on the pitch clock. Oh, boy. And Lindor comes to join the conversation between Nido and Robertson. And now everybody goes back to their spots. Stott leads the majors with 2 strike base hits. He has 35 this season. And tied for second is Freddie Freeman and Adley Rutschman. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillies down to their final strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And Stott is retired, and David Robertson is able to get out of the 9th inning. The Mets take the series as they win the first 2 games here at Citi Field, and they are now 29-27 on the season. The Phillies, on the other hand, are 25-30 and have only scored 1 run in the first 2 games. Robertson comes in and gets the save the second night in a row. The Phillies had 9 hits, and the Mets had 5, and they were able to score 4 runs thanks to Mark Canha, who had a 2-run home run and a 2-run single. That's his first 4 RBI game since September 10th of 2022 against Miami. So the Phillies continue to struggle, and we're not able to get any sort of run support for Aaron Nola. Nola was a little bit shaky in the third and then the fourth inning. But other than that, he pitched pretty well. And the bullpen did their job. But the bats just could not come to life and could not get timely hits. And that continues to be a very big issue for the Phils. But we'll be back on tomorrow afternoon for the series finale. And then tomorrow night we'll talk about the whole series. There's a whole lot to say. So, with that being said, how about this? The Phillies have lost 7 consecutive series versus the Mets. They're actually 10-16 in May, and they are 5-16 in their last 21 games against the Mets. That is absolutely disgusting. And that's horrible. So, with that being said, though, I love you guys so much. We'll be back on tomorrow afternoon for the series finale. Make sure that you join me. It's at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I hope to see you all there. I love you all so much. So that's going to wrap things up here. I'm Jason Joseph, and I'm just going to sign off right now. See you guys tomorrow afternoon. Phils lose by a final score of 4-1.